And we're back. So we gotta fight Ginyu.
Well, we don't have to fight Ginyu. We can not do the tutorial, or we can go ahead and fight Yamcha and Tien. I don't think it matters at this point.
Let's just let's skip tutorial shit and let's go right for the main battles.
I thought we rescued Gotenks.
Didn't we?
I thought we did.
Isn't that Vegeta though?
Did we not?
I mean, we
did
don't
save
have
Gotenks. What the heck?
Wait, did we not have Gotenks? Did it not save?
It did not save.
No.
Wow. Do you want me to speed through this and then we kind of get... We already beat Nappa. Should we do a BR back?
Yeah, we'll be right back, guys. What the fuck? And we are back?
Back, I think so.
Yeah, we got up to the point where you said you wanted to refight
Yeah,
Nappa?
we're just going to refight Nappa and see if it gives us a different cutscene. If not, this may never make it in. I don't know.
I'm thinking we're gonna put it in because Captain Ginyu might do a special.
He might do a special, that's true.
Fuck it.
Oh,
I mean,
what? Nothing?
Why waste good content?
I guess there was nothing here. That's weird. He's fighting Vegeta. You think there'd be some kind of information?
Vegeta!
Yeah.
There'd be something, right?
There would be something you would think. I guess not.
Maybe not. Maybe they didn't script it in or something. Or maybe we missed our opportunity. Who the fuck knows?
Well, because it had like a Gohan Piccolo thing before, so I figured, oh, you'll get a Nappa whatever moment.
So it didn't save, but I guess you said because the game, you can exit the game without saving?
You can exit
or
the
you
story
can save the game and then exit?
You can exit the story mode without saving, and I accidentally exited and did not save.
That's silly.
I'm pretty
On the
sure...
game's part that it doesn't auto-save, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, come on, guys. There should be autosave points. Whatever. I get it. It doesn't... It's not like it got...
Power up!
It was super hard for you to get to it. Don't let him power up. He's gonna fucking steal your soul or some shit. Oh... Have I said it yet? Woo! This game is fucking pretty. God damn.
I know.
This game is pretty.
Every time you think like, oh, I've seen everything in this game, you're like, nah, maybe not.
The special finish?
Woo!
Oh, no. Guess not. I thought it was a dramatic finish or whatever they call it.
So,
did he scream Frieza when he's dying? He's like, Frieza!
Yeah, he did. So
why?
Because he was Frieza's minion.
I mean,
Frieza
I get it,
boss.
but like, I didn't think they had too many joints, anything in this game so far.
So we've already seen this cutscene.
Yeah, we can skip it.
So I'm gonna make sure, and then I'm gonna kind of.
Oh, that there's nothing new.
That there's nothing new. I'm pretty sure there isn't.
I think you can skip this part. This is all the Kais just fucking.
Okay, yeah, this
off.
is really.
Yeah,
yep.
this is all the Kais just goofing off for a while. And then it should be able to go to the next section.
Who was the commenter that left a comment for us?
Tarkham.
Tarkham, right? So Tarkham, you are correct, obviously, but
about
who was it? About Videl and the flying episode. The reason why I thought it might be a filler is because I haven't read much of the manga. I just kind of grew up watching the show.
Mm-hmm. I haven't read any of the manga. I didn't even know it was a fucking manga until you guys mentioned it, and I was like, oh. That makes sense.
Yeah, whereas like Naruto and Bleach, I started off reading the mangas and kind of went through it that way. Dragon Ball came on TV first, and that's just how I ended up watching it.
Yeah.
And I kind of never went into the manga because the show was always on Toonami, so that's kind of how I got it fed to me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think it's one of my, not regrets, but something I kind of want to do is eventually buy the whole manga collection for Dragon Ball Z and then just own it, even though I don't need more books.
God, do you have room for it in your room?
I don't think I do. That's the problem.
You'd have to get like a ceiling shelf or something like that.
Get another shelf. That's the biggest problem. I'd love to like own.
Cut it into the attic and have a pull down shelf that's like hydraulically lifted.
I'd have to get rid of some of those boxes in my room, but all those boxes either are holding stuff or they're like, hey, if this ever needs to be moved, this is kind of something I need to keep because like I have a couple of maquettes and different things of that nature. So
yeah, it's hard to keep a lot of books too.
Yeah, I have a lot of books and I love getting books. But a couple of years ago, I had to kind of hold back and was like, I don't have room anymore. I bought the Overwatch art book, which is really awesome.
Yeah, that thing's boss. I still need to look at that more. I saw all the characters on it, but I didn't see all the backdrop stuff. But I love concept art, dude. It's so fucking
It's so much fun because the nice thing about concept art is it allows so many flowing ideas, and even though not everything makes it through, it's cool to see the process. I do wish that some concept books would have more of that process, because a lot of the time, sometimes you'll get a concept book, and it's mostly just, hey, here's the final sketch. It's like, that's...
Yeah, it's like, we've already seen this shit.
That's not what I want.
I wanted to see like, they had Mercy was a dude at one point.
Right.
And he was like a big buff dude, and it was like, holy shit, like, this was what Mercy was at one point?
Yes.
That's crazy, you know?
That
like,
stuff is great.
That stuff is awesome to see. The different types of Tracer.
Exactly.
Before Tracer came out, it was like, or even like the heroes that didn't make it. Like there was that gas mask man or the fighter guy that probably ended up just turning into Roadhog. And I was like, oh shit, like this is cool. Why didn't they do that? Oh well, it was probably like difficulty animating it, or maybe not everyone enjoyed it, and then like the passion kind of fell out. And like it's still cool to see and potential to have it be a hero later, but you know, I get it. Completely different subject. What is the big fighting tournament called?
Oh, Evo.
Evo. I heard that Marvel vs. Capcom's not going to be at Evo.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was Evo. I mean, it was one of the fighting tournaments. And they were like, oh, well, Marvel vs. Capcom didn't make it. I guess that means it's not going to be a real fighter then. Because, like, I guess they judge it based off of that. Like, Dragon Ball FighterZ made it into it. There was BlazBlue made it into it. What else was a fighter? I think it was Injustice. I don't think made it.
Well, usually they don't decide Evo this early out. Maybe it was Evo Japan.
It was some fighting tournament, and everybody was blasting Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite because they were like, it didn't make the cut. Like,
that's
like
weird.
That really judges that it's not going to hold up as a fighter. You know, I don't know. Again, I don't know fighters that well. It may not have been Evo. It may have been a different.
It's probably a different term because Marvel is a really solid fighting game. It just looks like ass. Like that's the only thing about it that would hold it back. That seems really weird that a tournament would be like, no. It sounds like it's probably not Evo, honestly.
Let me see if I can figure it out because I probably saw what it was, but since I'm so out of the loop, I don't actually. It didn't resonate with me. Let's see. It was on the Twitters. Let me hop up on here, and I think it was under the tag MVCI, Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah. Let me see. How the fuck do I search on mobile Twitter? There we go. Where is it? Where is it?
Kamehameha?
Get his ass. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Okay, let's see. To no Marvel vs. Capcom on Evo. That's what it says.
At Evo. From
at Evo.
Though?
From hella people. It was trending, dude.
Wow.
Even if Marvel vs. Capcom isn't at Evo, every tourney besides blah, 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 blah. I'm indifferent to Marvel vs. Capcom not being at Evo, mostly because I hate Rocket Raccoon. It's trending. Like, they just announced what was going to be there, and it was not on the list.
That's fucking weird. Are they talking about UMVC3 or are they talking about UMVCI? Like Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite?
It said MVCI, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
Wow.
Now, I mean, they had a picture and it was like a 3x3.
A BlazBlue made it again this year.
I'm pretty sure I saw
Marvel,
BlazBlue.
But they're also allowing Arc Systems Works Dragon Ball Z Fighters as well.
I saw Dragon Ball Z Fighters. I think I saw Injustice. I saw Smash.
Yeah. Well, they usually have a poll for games, and Marvel will probably get put in that way then.
What was another fighting game? It was fuck, I forgot what it was. It sounded like an old one, like something Trigger or it was an old fighting game. Fuck, I can't remember what the hell it was called. I'll have to find the picture for you so we can bring it up next episode.
That really bums me out if they're actually not going to have Marvel.
That's what everyone was posting.
That seems fucked up. Like, that actually makes me angry. That
maybe they snubbed it? I don't know. Maybe just not enough. There wasn't enough. Maybe there wasn't enough, you know.
Interest? That seems
yeah.
unlikely.
Somebody posted up, I don't know if it was a joke or not, but he's like, yeah, go figure I get sponsored to play Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite in a fighting league, and it's dissed at Evo, so I'm not going to actually be doing it. It's like, oh,
wow, that's majorly fucked up. That really makes me angry that they would not put it in there, but they're going to put a BlazBlue, which there isn't a new BlazBlue this year.
Yeah.
Why is that being a thing? Like, Smash makes sense, Street Fighter makes sense. I'm surprised Capcom's not making a stink about it.
Somebody posted up, number 1, get sponsored for Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Number 2, about to go to my first Evo in 6 years. Number 3, no Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Evo. Number 4, question mark. Number 5, me, and he's just sitting there like rocking in his chair like, God damn it. Let me see if there's anything else I could find. As for, here's what I was talking about. Tekken 7, Smash Brothers on the Wii U.
Yeah,
Street Fighter, what is that, 5? Guilty Gear is what I was talking about.
I mean, I really like Guilty Gear and Dragon Ball FighterZ, and there's another BlazBlue Continuum.
There's 2 Smash Brothers.
Yeah, I mean, Melee and Smash Brothers for the Wii are completely different games, so that always makes sense.
I just thought they would have gone with the most recent one.
Well,
Okay.
no, that's a whole nother thing.
I get that they're totally different with supers and all the
community
balancing
is
and meta is
extreme.
different. I get that.
It goes deeper than that. The community is completely divided. Like, if you play Smash 4, you play Smash 4. If you play Melee, you play Melee, and that's it. There is no kind of cross mingling between the two, and there's a lot of infighting between both
Why
camps.
can't it be a bipartisan issue?
It's not. It can't be that way.
Don't be so rude.
Man, that makes me angry that they're not going to Marvel there. Like,
I just saw it and I
That's
was
a
like, oh fuck, I gotta tell Sam.
that's a staple of Evo. Why would they not put it in? That's fucked up, guys.
Maybe because of all the backlash?
Yeah, but the backlash has never been about the gameplay. The gameplay has always been something that even the fighting game community has been like, this game's fucking great. This is so much fun to play. Yeah, it looks bad, and they mishandled how it looked, but the gameplay, they knocked everything out of the park when it comes out. Yeah, it didn't have a lot of traction because Capcom just did not put a good push behind it in terms of giving enough dev time on
Yeah.
the visuals. And
Yeah.
Dragon Ball FighterZ took a lot of its wind beneath its sails, unfortunately.
I mean, it makes sense. Real quick, was Frieza just straight up flirting with Yamcha?
Might have.
He was like, I didn't know Saiyans hung around such handsome and sensible creatures. And Yamcha was like, like rubbing the back of his head. And then Goku was like, I'm getting bored. Can we just get to fighting? And I was like, that's how I feel.
I'm still angry. I wasn't paying attention.
I know you weren't. That's why I was like, what the fuck is going on screen?
I love watching Evo, and one of my favorite things to watch is the Marvel tournament and the Melee tournament. Those are my two favorite things to watch for Evo, and now you just cut out.
I got no skin in the game, so I have no, I mean,
That's
I
so
don't,
fucked up.
you should, who runs
What the hell,
who runs
Evo?
Evo? You just gotta tell him.
They're the
We
guys
should go to
on Shore
Evo and win every championship and then refuse to come back for next year so they can be like, oh, well, the main champion from all 9 of our tournaments isn't going to come back unless we put in Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. Well, now we have to.
I mean, that seems like a huge snub towards Capcom, which is weird that they only have one of the Capcom games in there.
What is that?
That's Street Fighter.
Oh, shit. Yeah.
That's it.
Who does the Guilty Gear game?
Same guys that made this, Arc System Works. That's why it's weird for them to have 3 games. Usually they're like, okay, a
And
developer.
Arc does BlazBlue?
Yeah, and they do
Okay.
BlazBlue. That's why it's like, really? They've cut out. They made room for all 3 of these games, but not the 2 Capcom mainstays. And I love Arc System Works, and not saying they shouldn't be excited that the people that love those games are gonna get to see those games. Like, that's great. But why aren't they making room for Marvel?
That makes sense. I mean,
Because Guilty Gear Xrd is not old at this point, but it's been out for a couple years.
isn't Guilty Gear like a classic fucking fighting
It
almost?
is. But
Why-
it doesn't appear every year.
Well, something that just came to mind. Why is there not a Mortal Kombat?
Oh, that's Injustice 2. Injustice 2 plays like Mortal Kombat in some ways. It's made by the same developer, which kind of goes to my point.
Yeah, why do they have 3 from one developer?
Why do they have 3 from one developer and then
I would have thought there would have been a Mortal Kombat though.
You would think that, like, okay, they get Guilty Gear and then they get Dragon Ball FighterZ, which are 2 distinct different games, and you have those, and...
Hey, at least there was no Killer Instinct in there that made it, and Marvel vs. Capcom didn't.
Killer Instinct's cool, but unfortunately,
original was
that game-
fun, but-
That game's been out for about 4 years
Yeah,
now, so
yeah.
it still has a decent following, but not too huge. Marvel still gets a lot of treatment here and there, but this is kind of like Evo almost putting a nail in the coffin for that game, which is kind of fucked up.
I think that might be the point. I mean, I don't 100% know, but it does seem very snubbed. You
It
know?
seems like the runners of Evo are pissed that they didn't give Marvel enough dev time, so they're trying to like fuck Capcom over in a way and
make
say,
like a statement out
make
of
a
it.
statement out of it, which is cool. You want to make a statement. Too bad that sucks for people that actually want to watch it and where you could actually hype up the game and maybe get Capcom to look and go, hey, this game still has life to it. Let's
Yeah.
put dev money into it and upgrade the stuff that's wrong with it, which is literally just the visuals.
Yeah, you basically resuscitate the fucking game.
Yeah,
by
which is
keep-
what
by
they
putting
did
it
with
into
Street
Evo.
Fighter. Like, Street Fighter 5 when it first launched was bad, and they just had a
Yeah, I heard about
revitalization
that.
with the new arcade edition, which looks great, but I already have enough games on my plate, so I didn't pick that up, because it came out the same month as Dragon Ball FighterZ.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So we would have had like Injustice 3-4 months ago, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and then that, and then what else is coming out? Probably
Yeah.
nothing new for a while. No fighters anywhere, right?
No fighters for a bit.
Well, we gotta get to Shadow of the Colossus.
Yeah, we know we still need to do that.
Oh man, I really want to play that game.
It's good.
I've heard. It looks beautiful too. I know we won't be playing it in 4K, but it still looks beautiful.
We'll get close to 4K.
We'll get a quarter of the way to 4K.
1080p is close to 4K,
Yeah,
right?
It's 25% of it. Yeah. So, oh, he punched you. We got one punch in.
I mean, at least they're hitting me now.
Yeah. I mean, because this wasn't a trial, right?
True.
This was like a mini boss battle or whatever. Yeah, actually fighting 3 people too, and they're decently higher level than you. 17 versus 13.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how to do my specials for Vegeta. I'm not entirely sure how to do this.
I was kind of hoping I'd see more of like character specials. I mean, you do get the Destructo disc, and you do get Tien's like triangle blast thingy. But like beyond that, I haven't really seen anyone else do any.
Well, Vegeta did his
specials.
final flash. I mean, that's a move.
Did it? I did. I totally missed it then.
Yeah, he has final flash that I did earlier.
I missed it. Yeah, Final Flash is his big move, right?
Yeah, his big move.
I've heard he did it in Super a lot or something like that.
Yes, each one of them has one big super move, and they have a couple of minor other moves. I think they each get, they get a 1 bar and a 3 bar special. Man,
You're still mad about that.
I watch Evo every year religiously. Like, I don't like esports very much. I don't really pay attention to that at all.
Yeah.
But Evo is the one thing every July that I tune into and I get super excited and I just watch the streams and watch the tournaments. And Marvel's been a big mainstay for the last like 4 years for me. So it's like, it's similar to saying, hey, the NBA finals aren't going to happen now because fuck everybody. And while it's a little bit to a lesser degree, it's a huge letdown. I am extremely bothered by that. I'm not going to get to see Justin Wong play at the top of his game or see like the whole Chris G play or Filipino Champ. Like those guys.
No, not Filipino Champ.
Those guys who are the mainstays of Marvel now have nothing. And they're okay at Street Fighter and they'll probably refocus on that. Mm-hmm. But their main game has been Marvel, and there's a big enough scene from the UMVC 3, at least even putting like Marvel vs. Capcom 3 then. Like, why isn't that at least a tournament at the very least? Yeah, that game is kind of old at this point, but at least we could show that.
Yeah. Maybe they'll make a statement about why it wasn't put out or something.
It'll be a bullshit statement, though.
I mean, I don't know, man.
Oh, it'll be bullshit.
We'll see. We'll see. Is Cell actually cocky this time? I thought he was being a little bitch last time. Oh, God. You know what I noticed from last time? Last time I didn't notice until just this time when we saw it. She ate the whole fucking cupcake, wrapper and all.
Yeah.
What a fucking little Miss Piggy.
What, you sick freak, you.
We've already seen all
that's not
this.
good for your intestines?
It's probably not. All that paper, wax paper
Yeah.
or whatever. Well, she just ate Nappa. Nappa's one of the strongest in the entire multiverse, man. Couldn't you tell, Cell? Jeez, he just had hidden potential. No, not Cell. This is what we left off last time.
Yep.
Well, now that we're caught up, we'll
We'll be back this time.
yeah,
On time.
We'll see you guys next time. Fuck. Bebop boop.
It's gonna take me like days to get over this.
I know.
so
I should have
upset.
told you at the end.
You should have told me at the end. I'm actually mad now.
I didn't know
Like,
you'd be that mad.
It's not even just like, oh, I'm kind of upset. It's like, no, it's similar to saying, hey, you know Avengers Infinity War? You know how that was coming out in like less than 100 days? Oh, just kidding. 2 years from now, suck it.